Hello and welcome to the session. Today I'll help you with the following question. The question says, complete the table of products. Now as you can see in the table, we are given the first monomials and the second monomials and we are supposed to fill up this table. Now consider 2x, the first monomial, and multiply this 2x with all the second monomials. Now as you can see, 2x when multiplied with this second monomial 2x, it gives you 4x square. Now let's see how do we get this. Now 2x when multiplied with 2x is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, that is coefficients of both the monomials are multiplied, which is indeed multiplied with the algebraic factors of the monomials, that is x multiplied by x, and this becomes equal to 4x square. So this is how you get this 4x square. Now in the same way, take 2x, the first monomial, and multiply this with the second monomial minus 5y. Now 2 multiplied with minus 5 gives us minus 10, and x multiplied with y gives us xy. In the same way, multiply 2x with the second monomial 3x square. Now 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, x multiplied with x square is x cube. Now 2x multiplied by minus 4xy is equal to minus 4 multiplied by 2 is minus 8. Now x multiplied with x is x square multiplied by y. So that becomes minus 8x square y. Now multiply 2x with 7x square y. Now 7 multiplied by 2 is 14, x square multiplied with x is x cube multiplied by y. So that becomes 14x cube y. Now in the same way we will multiply this 2x with minus 9x square y square. Now minus 9 multiplied by 2 is minus 18, x square multiplied with x is x cube multiplied by y square. So that is minus 18x cube y square. Now in the same way we take the first monomial minus 5y and multiply this with all the second monomials. Now minus 5y multiplied by 2x is equal to minus 5 multiplied by 2, and that becomes minus 10 multiplied by x multiplied by y, so that becomes minus 10xy. Now minus 5y multiplied by minus 5y is equal to minus 5 multiplied by minus 5 is plus 25 multiplied by y, that becomes 25y square. Now we multiply minus 5y with 3x square. This is equal to minus 5 multiplied by 3, and that is minus 15 multiplied by x square y, so that becomes minus 15x square y. Now in the same way, minus 5y is multiplied with minus 4xy, and this is equal to minus 4 multiplied with minus 5, and that becomes plus 20 multiplied with x multiplied with y, which becomes y square. So that becomes 20xy square. Now again, minus 5y is multiplied with 7x square y. Now minus 5 multiplied with 7 gives us minus 35 multiplied with x square multiplied with y, that becomes y square. So that becomes minus 35x square y square. Now again, minus 5y multiplied by minus 9x square y square gives us 45x square y cube. Now we consider the first monomial 3x square and multiply this with all the second monomials. Now 3x square when multiplied by 2x gives us 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6, and x square multiplied by x is x cube. So that becomes 6x cube. Now the next blank is already filled with minus 15x square y. Now we shall multiply 3x square with 3x square. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. X square multiplied by x square is x4. Now 3x square is multiplied by minus 4xy. So minus 4 multiplied by 3 is minus 12. X multiplied by x square is x cube multiplied by y. So that becomes minus 12x cube y. Now 3x square is multiplied by 7x square y. 7 multiplied by 3 gives us 21. X square multiplied by x square is x to the power 4 multiplied by y. So that becomes 21x to the power 4y. Now again 3x square is multiplied by minus 9x square y square. Minus 9 multiplied by 3 is minus 27 multiplied by x square gives us x to the power 4 multiplied by y square. So that becomes minus 27x to the power 4y square. Now we take the first monomial minus 4xy and we multiply this with all the second monomials. So minus 4xy when multiplied by 2x is equal to minus 4 multiplied by 2. So that becomes minus 8 multiplied by x that becomes x square multiplied by y. Now minus 4xy when multiplied by minus 5y is equal to minus 5 multiplied by minus 4 is plus 20 multiplied by x multiplied by y, so that becomes y square. So that is 20xy square. Now minus 4xy is multiplied by 3x square and this is equal to minus 4 multiplied by 3, that is minus 12 multiplied by x square multiplied by x, that becomes x cube multiplied by y. Now minus 4xy is multiplied by minus 4xy, so this is equal to minus 4 multiplied by minus 4, that becomes plus 16 multiplied by x, that is x square multiplied by y, that becomes y square. So that is 16x square y square. Now we multiply minus 4xy with 7x square y. So this is equal to 7 multiplied by minus 4, that becomes minus 28 multiplied by x square multiplied by x, that becomes x cube multiplied by y, that becomes y square. So that is minus 28x cube y square. Now we have minus 4xy is multiplied by minus 9x square y square. So this is equal to minus 9 multiplied by minus 4. So that is plus 36 multiplied by x square multiplied by x, that is x cube multiplied by y square multiplied by y, that is y cube. Now we will multiply the first monomial 7x square y with all these second monomials. So 7x square y is multiplied by 2x and this is equal to 2 multiplied by 7 is 14. X square multiplied by x is x cube multiplied by y. Now 7x square y multiplied by minus 5y is equal to 7 multiplied by minus 5 is minus 35 multiplied by x square multiplied by y, so that becomes a y square. Now 7x square y is multiplied with 3x square and this is equal to 3 multiplied by 7, and that is 21 multiplied by x square multiplied by x square, that becomes x to the power 4 multiplied by y. Now minus 4xy is multiplied with 7x square y and this is equal to minus 4 multiplied by 7, and that is minus 28 multiplied by x square, that is x cube multiplied by y, and that is y square. Now we shall multiply 7x square y with 7x square y and this is equal to 7 multiplied by 7, that is 49 multiplied by x square and that is x to the power 4 multiplied by y, that becomes y square. Now 7x square y is multiplied with minus 9x square y square and this is equal to minus 9 multiplied by 7 and that is minus 63 multiplied by x square, that becomes x to the power 4 multiplied by y square multiplied by y, that becomes a y cube. So this is minus 63x to the power 4 y cube. Now we consider the first monomial minus 9x square y square and this is multiplied by all the second monomials. So minus 9x square y square is multiplied by 2x is equal to minus 9 multiplied by 2 and that is minus 18 multiplied by x square multiplied by x and that is x cube multiplied by y square. Now minus 9x square y square is multiplied by minus 5y, and this is equal to minus 9 multiplied by minus 5 gives us plus 45 multiplied by x square multiplied by y square multiplied by y, and that is y cube. And then again we multiply minus 9x square y square with 3x square, and this is equal to minus 9 multiplied by 3 minus 27. X square multiplied with x square is x to the power 4 and y square. So this becomes minus 27x to the power 4 y square. Now minus 9x square y square is multiplied by minus 4xy, and this is equal to minus 4 multiplied by minus 9 gives us 36. X multiplied by x square gives us x cube. Y multiplied by y square gives us y cube. Similarly, minus 9x square y square is multiplied by 7x square y, and this is equal to 7 multiplied by minus 9 to give us minus 63. X square is multiplied by x square, this gives us x to the power 4. Y is multiplied by y square to give us y cube. Now finally we multiply minus 9x square y square with minus 9x square y square, and this is equal to minus 9 multiplied by minus 9 is plus 81. X square multiplied by x square is x to the power 4. Y square multiplied by y square is y to the power 4. So this completes our table of products. So hope you enjoyed the session. Have a good day.